Hello, namaskar, good morning. It's Saturday today, it's around 8 a.m. It's March the 2nd. I want to say something about relationship between male and females. Once you're in a general religious organization or you practicing genuine spirituality, whether it's Hinduism, Islam or Christian, the relationship according to Sri Sri Anandamurti is like brothers and sisters, whether in the social life, whether in the workplace, whether in the classroom. So you're not supposed to have an expressivity, a free display of sexual behavior. Maybe people can't control it from coming out because they don't know how. But there are ways and means that you can control it, like your diet. You can pray. You have to keep your mind above these things, Don't express this desire in workplace. You have to carry yourself in a professional way if we're going to use English vernacular. Or the word is that you have to be polite. You have to be mature, sexually mature. You have to carry yourself in a respectful way. See someone like your brother, how you would feel towards your brother, you feel towards your father. If he's mature, if he's old, he has gray hair, gray beard, gray mustache. You have to see how you would feel your father. Think about your father, and in the same way you see him. People have to be mature, that energy, the sexual energy, it has to be converted into spiritual energy. You can't use it up like that. You have to use it through meditation, through yoga, through karma yoga, through study. That energy is changed, it's sublimated, and you become, without that, that energy becomes devoid after a while. It changes into ojas and tejas, meaning spiritual power where you can bring good to mankind and humanity. So I wish all my brothers and sisters, whether it's a relation and an exchange between male and female, if they can do good, if they can do better, rather than just being caught up at the sexual level and being involved in sexual conversation and sexual romantic divines and exchanges of all sorts. It's good if people can be mature. Things will be better, cleaner, fresher. We don't expect, as a person, people in power or people in government, we don't expect sexual favors or romantic favors from people, We don't want to exploit you in return. You have to give your daughters, you have to give your children. It's like the Mormon leader. One in the Mormon leader had a much wife. All the people in the organization you work in your church, in your community, you become a local ram goat that every woman is expected to express obedience, loyalship, and this kind of mystical relation. It's of the crudest sort, it's of the lowest sort. We must expect more from human beings. We must expect more from the human incarnation, the human birth. We take a birth here to do something great with our life, to do something wonderful. It's not just about, living and eating and sleeping and procreating. That's animalistic, that's very animalistic existence, incarnation. People must learn to live for a higher ideal, for a better experience, for a better existence. People should not be caught up in homosexuality and sex and romance. This is 24 hours a day. The mind gotta be creative, the mind gotta become light, flexible. You gotta move, and so that's what people gotta take the God relations, the spiritual life, to make things better and so on. So it's not just about, seeing the body and seeing the face and doing favor for people based on the body, based on the face, based on the relation. You get to study medicine, you get to go into university, or you get a good job, you get plenty money based on your romantic relationship. It should not be like that, no? It should be more based on God. If God tell you, look, let this man go study medicine, or let this man become a supervisor, it should be like that, you know? People don't get involved in demoralizing behavior when you don't know somebody, you know. You have to walk through a relationship for years and years before you get tied up like that. You don't know people right from the onset beginning. I see in modern times here, people just see each other on the road, or they go to a public place and they see somebody and they hook up and they go on together. It's not like that, you know. People gotta know who they are. You don't know if somebody has AIDS, HIV, or any social disease or anything. You don't know if you'll get along with people if the person is a crook or thief, you know. So we have it's what they call mature behavior or good behavior, you know. People are really, as for me, I was hoping better from Guyanese people. Guyanese people is my brother, my sister. Whether you're African, Amerindian, Chinese, we born in the same land, the same community, we eat from the same plate, we eat the same food, fall from the same tree. We cook and we cultivate rice and bauxite, and we share with one another, we give each other with money pass from hand to hand, go wrong or wrong, and so on. So whether we're African, Indian, Chinese, we're all brothers and sisters. In future 200-300 years, we might not even have African, Negroes, Chinese, different races. All might become one, like in India. India is a land of many races all blended together in proportion. The Mongols, which are the Amerindian, the Chinese, we have the Africans, we have the Europeans, we have all these people are integrated and form the Indian race. So here the might happen in 300, 400, 500 years. But personally for me, I choose a single life. I prefer the single life is better, because I like the mystic. If there's anything in life that I've ever liked, it's a spiritual life, it's a mystic life. And I hope I can do better, I can do more and get more out of it, you know. I can get a lot more, you know. I dreaming to become like a saint. That's my dream, is to become like these great yogis, Shivananda, Ramakrishna. That's the only thing I ever like in my life, you know. I see many people have cars. People ask you what you like in life. You only like to eat, you only like to sleep. Then you should also ask you if it's only romance you like in life. Only sex, eat for sex. That's animal life. Exist on eat, sleep, procreate, and these things of violence. There's another enemy, another demon in your life. So the spiritual man, he try to transcend the animal life. But we eat, yes. We all take part in pleasure. But it's pleasure that is in a different way, you know. It's not a strong type, this heavy type. It's more what they call sattvic, sentient, you know. So you gotta change your food, you gotta change your diet. I hope for my existence today I've made people a little bit more spiritually aware, a little bit more given to spirituality, that they may want to lead a spiritual life. They may want to explore more. Right here all around us, probably a lot of spirit entities, elementals, beings, angels, gods, and even demons, raptures, probably all around here, but we can't see them, we can't interact with them. We're missing that opportunity, you know. So if you want to have all these beautiful experiences, what we gotta do is live the spiritual life, and they will come gradually, you know, rather than caught up in the business of technology. Technology deals with physical things, right? Even in the outer space, they deal with outer space. Spirituality deal with the inner space. You know, I was heard a story with one boy in India. He went to people have this habit of urinating on the tree. So this boy went to urinate on the tree. There's a habit, and a spirit was living in that tree. And the spirit entered the boy and take possession of him. And the boy started behaving funny, violent, frothing through him, mouth talking, share sex language. Any woman you see, you want to touch them, you want to hold them. People become frightened. They see going on alone in the street and they see coming. People get frightened, they can't send the children out for walk around in the village alone by themselves. So somebody go and tell a yogi, because when they got problem in India anyway, they go to the villages, they go to the yogi, he they solve the problem. You know, mantras, you know, pujas, and all these things, he could and say prayers, and he could remove all bad luck, misfortune. So they went to this yogi, and the yogis understand what happened to this boy, and they try hard, though he was a Mahayogi living in this village. You know, in India, actually each village got a saint. And these saints make great contribution to teach the people music, songs, food recipes, medicine, many things. So the poor people in villages, and they're not backward, they have a lot of knowledge, you know, about trees and medicine and nature, you know. That's why I'm saying the greatest technology is right around us, it's nature. Every day something new you find, every day something, and invention that man make, many of them are based upon observing nature. How nature work, they make it back and create the airplane, the fridge and all these things, air condition and all kind of things, you know. So this yogi saw that this boy was possessed by a spirit, and they had a hard time taking the spirit out of this boy. The spirit didn't want to come out. So all these things exist in nature that we don't know about. You know, it's a wonderful nature, and living naturally is a beautiful experience. A very wonderful experience, you know. And to get to there, we have to live a clean life. We have to live a sentient life, a human life. Only, you know, we got to be decent. When you go to your workplace and you work, you don't expect people to bring about the personal feeling. Everybody have their soulmate. They probably got their husband or their boyfriend. You got to stick to one person. You know, you don't bring that emotion out to other people's children, because that would make you disloyal, an unloyal, disloyal person, unfaithful to your beloved husband and wives and so on. So whether you're man and woman, I expect the best from you. Just keep your mind high. If the sexual feeling come and you don't know how to deal with it, you can pray. You can yoga breathing, you can do breathing and yoga techniques like acupressure, mudras, Kamajai mudra would control the loss. Kamajai mudra. This is a Kamajai mudra. Index finger go at the thumb and the other finger remain coral. This controls lust, over sexual appetite, zealous appetite. So you discover yourself in a decent way, you know, all these songs, romantic songs from Bollywood and Hollywood that people play, it leads to a bad end. You got broke, people get involved with each other's wife, daughters, and this kind of relationship, though it gives you an excited feeling, it's not good morally, you know. In the long run, it causes problem, trouble, break up people home, cause sorrow, sickness, and it brings bad luck. If you lead a way that God gave, thou shalt not commit adultery, and you follow God's 10 commandments, and even the Hinduism has that, it's called brahmacharya, or purity in thought, word and deed, keeping the mind on Brahma. If you could regulate your conduct in such a way that it's God-like, it will bring more blessing to the land, more happiness. You know, the sexual experience is known as orgasm, but Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, he was saying that spiritual experience is million times more than that. That's why I'm going for this spiritual experience. You know, I was in UG. I was worked so much in my whole life, social media always. I could have done many things I could have get involved, but I tried to see the best in people and expect the best from people. So I protected myself and I stayed aloof from romance and all these things. And I'm enjoying life. I like that. This way I'm accustomed to it. I've grown and trained myself in this way. And I hope the same comes to my brother, my sister, my father, mother, uncle, auntie. I would like the same respect for them also, you know. few people you see born with these kind of feelings. The majority in the modern society today, they are just lustful and they don't care about the brothers and sisters and all these things. But people should have a little bit of respect, a little bit of human feeling, divine feeling. Shivratri is coming up on the 8th of March and we're going to ashram. My brother, he's planning to donate some food. Every year we go to get blessings from the saint at the ashram there. Swami Pranavananda is his name. At the Kovanjan, he's a great saint like Vivekananda, like Ananda Murtiji. Many of the disciples of Ananda Murtiji, they go there to walk at the ashram, and so they go there and they walk, they visit, have satsang with the sadhus. They believe in brahmacharya, celibacy. When the kid then did grew, the saint at this ashram, when he was a little boy, he never even looked at the face of his aunties, his sister, female in his village. He doesn't know them until he became big and a great enlightened yogi. That was great, wonderful, what things that happen in India. Not everywhere you find this kind of purity and penance people giving themselves to. So I'm living here with my neighbors. I have young boys. They have young boys with their wives, big men with their wives. I don't like this kind of thing of getting romantically involved with people. You should live like brothers and sisters. I pray that every home has a goddess or a god inside, that they can pray and they can keep the environment pure, the home pure and free from this kind of relationship. In my Hinduism religion, we believe that people should not have feelings for this kind of feelings for other people, women folks. You got to be mature and strong. You got to be well behaved, and good conduct. That's why we go to the ashram. My brother going to make visit there. Shivratri is a very nice time to ask God to bless you, to give you purity, good behavior, and so on. This is what I pray for my brother. But sometimes you have to tell people and sometimes be very strong with people or things degenerate. So there's a part of working, the challenges of working, going to school and all things that you got to maintain a high standard.